This is Heather Estes, and this is a recap of our lesson for Cultures class. This was Tuesday, May 26th, and we were talking all about Germany. So here is the story read aloud, first of our Grandpa's Max's Wurst book. Here we go. All right, so Grandpa Max's Wurst. Really fun book here, and I love that it concentrates on food of all things. My favorite. Fun pictures of all the meat here. Grandpa Max's Wurst. Or you could say Wurst. Beautiful pictures. Hello, what a pleasure to meet you. My name is Hans, and I live in Germany. Hello is hello in German. Our family has been making sausages for generations. We have been doing this since before my grandpa was even born. My father works at our pig farm and helps Grandpa out. Why don't you visit our store and try some of our sausages? So his friend moves away. Early this morning, my friend Ben stops by the house. Goodbye, Hans. We are moving today. I kick the dirt with my toe and respond, Okay, goodbye, Ben. Ben's father got a job in Munich, so he is leaving for the city today. When Ben leaves, I will be the only kid in town. I am feeling blue, so I go to see my father. Father, Ben's moving. Father just strokes my head in silence. I go to the oak tree forest with my puppy Nico. It makes me feel happy to run around the thick oak trees. Back in the day, the pigs were allowed to run around here. The pigs would eat the acorns that fell from the trees, and they grew big and healthy. The farmers would freeze the pork meat or make it into sausages. That's why they never ran out of food in the winter. Running in the woods makes me hungry. I want to eat the sausages my grandpa makes. They are firm, chewy, and incredibly delicious. When I arrive home, I can smell the freshly roasted wurst. There is even sauerkraut, which is a tangy pickled cabbage. The table is full of delicious food, but Father looks a little worried. He speaks to Grandpa timidly. Father, fewer and fewer people visit our store. It's getting harder for us to sell our sausages. What are you talking about? Then we just need to take better care of our store. Grandpa raises his voice, and Father doesn't speak anymore. So there's a little note here on the page about what Germany's sausage Wurst is. In Germany, sausages are called Wurst. Germans eat a lot of wurst, potatoes, and bread. After all the main parts of the pig are used, a mixture is made from the rest and stuffed into a casing. There are many varieties of wurst depending on the ingredients, recipes, and manufacturer. So that's what they make in their store, the special sausages. So here's their store. That afternoon, a new customer, visits our store. That smells good, firm and chewy. It's so delicious. The customer tastes our sausage and is delighted. The recipe for these sausages came from my grandpa's grandpa, I say, excited and proud. Bratwurst taste good when they are grilled on charcoal. Bratwursts that are boiled are super tender. When this thin-skinned sausage snaps, it has a wonderful flavor. The customer listener listens to my story and takes many pictures of the store. By the way, what is the name of the store? I answer right away without any hesitation. Max's Wurst, because they are my Grandpa Max's sausages. A few days later, some people on bikes visit the town. Hey, I heard there's a delicious sausage place around here. Do you know where it is? Asked the man. Then the woman says, I heard it's a very old store. I think it is called Max's Wurst. Max's Wurst, that's our store, I tell him. They've heard about our store and came a long way to visit. They say they couldn't find it because there's no storefront sign. That's what we need. Mother and I make a huge storefront sign. Max Bratwurst. A few days later, Father and I go to Munich, a big city in Germany. Father is going to meet Ben's father, and I decide to tag along. The city is very different from the countryside where I live. I can see many tall buildings, apartments, and cars. Father and I go to a huge marketplace. Ben's father is selling sausages there. Father and Ben's father have a serious talk. Does father want to leave too? Does he no longer want to raise pigs at the farm? Then who would make all the sausages? I am worried. Father and I return home in the middle of the night. Grandpa is still up working, wearing his apron. To make sausages, he has to grind the meat and carefully knead the mixture for a long time. As soon as Grandpa sees Father, he starts yelling, "Where have you been? Don't you care about the farm and the store?" Then Father replies, "If business doesn't pick up, we may need to close the store." "Are you saying you don't want to make the best sausages? You can only bring out the best flavor by keeping the tradition and putting time and effort into the process." "That's not what I meant." Grandpa doesn't listen to what Father has to say and leaves. After our trip to the city, Father waits for a call from Ben's father. Then something strange happens. More and more customers visit the store. One day I see a customer looking at a travel guide. "Excuse me, may I see that book?" I ask. There is a photo of Grandpa in the travel guide. Under the photo it is written, "Discovering Germany's Best Sausage. A small countryside store has kept the tradition of sausage making for generations. Max's traditional Wurst." Grandpa's sausage story is in the travel guide. That is not the end of it. One day, people with cameras and microphones visit. A television reporter comes to our store. "What is the secret behind Max's Wurst?" Grandpa proudly responds, "Time and effort. I use good quality meats and mix them well with special spices, using my own hands. That's why it's delicious." Father comes out wearing a suit. "I need to go to Munich to take care of some things." For a moment, Grandpa's face turns red, and he looks upset. "This store will soon be closing down. What's the point of filming? Everyone get out." Grandpa takes off his apron and leaves the store. Father doesn't know what to do and runs after Grandpa. The people in the store are confused. Mother pushes me towards them. "Hans, why don't you give these people a tour of the store?" Before I know it, I'm standing in front of the camera. "Would you like to take a look around our store? We also have ham. Everything here is made from the pigs we raise on our farm." "What is the secret behind Max's Wurst?" I think about Grandpa, who works hard until late at night. It's the pork mixture. My grandpa really puts a lot of time and effort into the mixture. And there's another note here. German pork dishes. There are lots of pork dishes in Germany. Eisbein is a dish of pickled ham hock, boiled with beer and many different spices. It is usually served cold. Boiling the meat with beer makes the meat tender. A few minutes later, Father returns home alone. If it's okay, I will try to make some sausages." Father rolls his sleeves up and carefully puts his apron on. First he grinds the pork and adds spices, then he kneads the pork mixture. After kneading the mixture, we have to fill the casing with it. He tries to put the mixture in all at once, but the sausage doesn't look right. It looks lumpy and out of shape. I am nervous that Father will make a mistake. Just then, Grandpa comes back shouting, "You're not doing it right. You're ruining the sausages." Grandpa puts his apron on and briskly moves his hands. He adds milk, black pepper, ginger, and salt into the mixture and mixes it thoroughly. Together, they knead the mixture with all their strength for a long time. Finally, the sausage mixture is ready. Now they need to fill the casing with the mixture the right way. Grandpa swiftly makes the sausages. Grandpa grills the sausages on a hot grill. Sizzle, sizzle. As the smell fills the room, everyone's mouth starts watering. The sausages are firm and golden brown. Mother brings out the crunchy sauerkraut. "Max's Wursts are ready. What do you think they'll taste like?" A reporter takes the first bite of the sausage. All eyes are on him. He chews and chews. After swallowing the last bite, the reporter shouts out, "Everyone, we have found Germany's best sausage." The TV station shows the report about Max's Wurst. Right after that, Ben's father calls to speak with Father. After Father gets off the phone, he is excited to tell us the good news. The store in Munich is interested in selling our Wurst. They saw the show on TV and made the decision. "Is that why you went to Munich?" Grandpa asks. "How come you didn't tell me?" Grandpa feels a little embarrassed for being so angry at his son before. We all laugh. It's been a long time since our family laughed. Now I will learn to make Grandpa sausages. I will make Hans Wurst and let the whole world know how good they are. So that's the end of the story, but it also gives some background about Germany as well. So we see the German flag, we see the capital is Berlin, we see some of the geography about that. And I was going to read to you about what kinds of people live in Germany. Germany was one of the many kingdoms built by the Germanic people. As descendants of the Germanic people, Germans have always taken great pride in their lineage. In the past, they were not fond of other ethnic groups. However, today Germany invites many professionals from abroad and welcomes immigrants with open arms. And I want to extend to that too. Germany is also one of the higher countries receiving different refugee families, like we've talked about in the past as well. They also have amazing cars. And of course, lots of beer. Why is beer so popular? It's not just to be, drinking beer, but back in the old days, the water in Germany was not drinkable. So instead of drinking water, they actually made beer, and it was healthier for people at the time. Now, that's of course for adults, not for children. So this is what it looks like at Oktoberfest, and it's one of the biggest festivals in the world, and it's celebrated all over the world too. All right, so that is Max's Wurst, Grandpa Max's Wurst from Hans. This is a story written by Ron Jukim and illustrated by Dorina Tessman. Thanks for watching.